Okay. Okay. What is happening, everybody? What is going on? Happy Sunday to you all. Hello, everybody. Good to see you all here. Week 16, we are in semifinal of playoffs, of consolation brackets, everything in between. We are towards the end of the fantasy season. And I say that, yes, knowing that some of you played a week 18. If you do, it's time to talk to your commissioner. It's time to talk to the head honcho and go, why are we going into week 18? Because that don't make no sense when teams are benching guys. When we have as many teams clinched for the playoffs, there's bound to be some benchings in week 18 for rest. So hope everyone's doing well. Week 16, I just tweeted out as an invite over on Twitter. This week is the most important week before next week, but still, this is the most important week. So here we go. Let's get into some of your questions here. Dak or Jacoby Brisket, as I like to call him. I feel like the right play is Dak just because nothing really seems to phase Dak. The only thing that has phased him is a Brian Flores defense, and the Chargers defense, while very tough and very stout, very good, it's not a Brian Flores defense that will kind of fool you every once in a while. So I feel like the right play is Dak Prescott. But man, Jacoby Brissett is on a heater, man. It's almost a free 20 points. So I feel like we can't go wrong, right? It's a bet on just a really good offense versus kind of garbage time. That's really what it comes down to. Drake London or J-Mo this week. Personally, I feel like you got to play Drake London at this point. But the concern that I have is snap count related. There is nothing. There's nothing that says that he's going to be on a snap count, but that's my worry. And you're going against Arizona. I don't really know how the game's going to go, honestly, for Atlanta's offense. So I think I'm going to go J-Mo. On that one. Saboystian over on YouTube. Woody Marks, Audric Estime. That's another fascinating question. If I'm completely honest with you guys, my leaning is that Woody Marks is going to be inactive today. It has everything about Woody Marks so far has been really shady, really quiet. It's a game time decision for Woody, but I have no confidence in Audric Estime. I feel like if you need the points, you can't take a chance, go Audric Estime. But if you're feeling confident that Woody Marks plays, go with Woody Marks for sure. Daniel on Facebook, Breece Hall or Stephon Diggs. I think we're gonna go with Breece on that one. We're gonna go with Breece. RJ Harvey, Marv, or Marion Hampton. I'm still gonna go RJ Harvey. Maybe some receiving work today, just because teams do tend to pass on Jacksonville more, if not the most. That's what I really should say. So I'm gonna go RJ over Marv and over Omari and Hampton in this one. Kyle on Facebook, we going with London today. If not Hollins, Knox, or Darnell Washington have Kincaid already in the lineup, yes, absolutely go Drake London in that scenario. Lucas on YouTube, Brock Bowers, Harold Fannin, Mike Evans, Alec Pierce, full PPR. I don't feel great about Harold Fannin this week. I know he's been on a heater, but Buffalo's pass defense is pretty good. So I'm still gonna rock Brock Bowers. Don't feel great about it. It's lesser of two evils, honestly. And Mike Evans or Alec Pierce, that's a pretty easy Mike Evans for me. Pick 2, Travion, Omarion Hampton, Marv, DK, or Sutton. Also Burrow, Dak, or Brissett. Between the quarterbacks, I do like Joe Burrow this week, probably over Dak and Jacoby Brissett. In between the two other ones, I'm currently Travion is my highest ranked running back between him and Amari and Hampton. Between Marv, DK, and Sutton, I have Sutton over DK, DK over Marv. I'm going to go Travion, and I'm going to go Cortland Sutton on that one. Trevor, my man, good morning, brother. First league, I'm Wandale, Harold Fannin, or Waller. Second league, McConkey or Harvey. First league, we're definitely going to go Wandale. The floor is scary this week going up against Brian Flores with Jackson Dart as your quarterback, just because he could get absolutely fooled. And the only upside for Dart this week is his mobility in the scramble game. Second league, I'm going RJ Harvey over Ladd. With Quentin Johnson, as you can see there, Quentin Johnson is active today. I'm worried snap counts take a hit because we can't throw the ball. That's the thought process. Yes, Quentin Williams now is out for Dallas, so that helps a little bit. But I'm still going to lean Harvey on the fact that this Denver offense, when they get to the red zone, they get to the goal line, it is RJ Harvey territory. So my dog, you're the best. Appreciate that, my man. Appreciate you. Israel, good morning. Cheers from Mexico City. Hey, let's go. We're going international with it. In the flex this week, Quinshon Judkins, Audric Esme, Chris Godwin in PPR. The matchup on paper, because Buffalo's run defense is so bad, looks good for Judkins, but I'm so worried that they're still not going to be able to put up points. So that hurts Judkins. Estimate, I have really no interest in trying to figure out that backfield. Yes, it's the Jets, but for all I know, it could be the Evan Hull, the Evan Hull. Isn't that his name? Evan Hull? You know who I'm talking about, right? Like, I don't want to play the guessing game here with his backfield, but it also feels wrong to go Chris Godwin on the fact that you've got Mike Evans back. So all of that to say, I think I'm still going to lean Quinshon Judkins on that one. I just don't feel great. Because honestly, none of these guys have super great ceilings this week, in my opinion. So it's a matter of, well, who's going to give me the highest floor then? And I think that's Judkins. This is for my girlfriend's league. Fan and ETN, Robinson or T. Higgins. I kind of lean ETN on that one, just because it's his backfield, but it's against Denver, so that might push me to T. Higgins. It's really between those two for sure, though. For sure. X2X, yo, what's going on? Let me send in your question, buddy. Send in your question. I know. I've been seeing you in the chat here. White guy twins. Baker Mayfield, CJ Stroud this week. My personal rankings, I've got Baker as my quarterback 14, and I got CJ Stroud as my quarterback 12. I think I'm going to lean CJ on that one. D on YouTube, Brown, Henderson, JT, or Judkins need to start 3. I think it's the first 3. Not messing with Judkins in just a really, really bad offense. In the flex and full PPR, Chris Olave, Marv, Jefferson, Michael Carter, Rico, or Mike Evans. My rankings, this comes down to Jefferson, Olave, and Evans for me. In my rankings this week, Mike Evans is my wide receiver 9. Chris Olave is my wide receiver 10. Jefferson is my wide receiver 22. So between Evans and Olave going up against the Jets, favorable matchup. Evans has absolutely feasted against Carolina in his career. I think I'm going to go Evans. If you're not confident in Baker's play, though, right now, you can go Chris Olave. Won't bat an eye at it. Ethan on YouTube, good to see you. Good morning. Tyler or Jalen Warren, Ladd McConkey, Michael Pittman Jr., and Jalen Coker pick 2. I'm going to say Ladd is one of them, just because I don't feel great about the other 3. I feel the best about Ladd, and it has not been great. It is Tyler Warren. Fascinating. Not sure if that changes a whole lot for me, to be completely honest with you, but it's good to know. It's good to know. Gosh. Part of me wants to just get reckless with it and say you should start Jalen Coker, but I feel like that's a little too irresponsible. But against this Tampa secondary, I might lean Coker. Honestly, I might lean Coker. He scored in back-to-back weeks. That's what's been giving him points. But, man, I think I'm going to go Jalen Coker. I think we're going to go Ladd and Jalen Coker on that one. I don't feel great for any Colts players with Phillip Rivers. I think we saw that last week. Audric Estime or Rhonda Gatson in the flex from Kevin on Facebook. That one I'm fairly confident in going Audric Estime. Really don't have a whole lot of confidence for Gadsden at this point. Brandon Morning, who do you think is the best two between Evans, Etienne, Olave, and Mike Wilson this week? The best two for me, I think, is Evans and Olave, followed by Etienne. That's how I would order it. Bucky on YouTube, good to see you. Good morning. Pick 2, RJ Harvey, Travion Henderson, Chase Brown, and pick 1 between Ladd, Mike Evans, and Cortland Sutton in full PPR. Definitely going to go Mike Evans for your receiver there. Your 2 running backs. This week, I currently have it ranked as such. I have RJ Harvey as my running back 17. I have Travion as my running back 16. Chase Brown as my running back 10. Chase Brown is for sure in. The rotation and snap time with Ramondre scares me still with Travion, that I'm okay going with RJ Harvey in the scenario because you know exactly what you're getting with RJ Harvey. So that's I feel it's really on your mood. Like I hate those kind of answers. Like it depends on how you feel. But honestly, like that's the thought process. Do you want to take the given with RJ Harvey, right? Or you want to take the chance with some maybe big explosive runs with Travion? You can't go wrong with either. Like I understand the thought process for both. Pick, and then Mike Evans is your receiver for sure. Woody Marks or Michael Wilson. I again, this is going back to I kind of hinted at this earlier. If I had to guess right now who is, or if Woody Marks is going to play or not, I lean to him being out. So I'm going to go Michael Wilson on that one. Pick 1, Woody Marks, Kareem Hunt, or Mike Evans in the flex. Mike Evans. C-Dog for the flex, Tyrone Tracy, Wandale, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, full PPR. That one I'm still going Wandale. Like I said earlier, this floor is a bit scary this week. But if you just need a PPR scam, right, in full PPR, Wandale is still probably your best bet. Lions on YouTube, Jalen Coker, Ramondre Stevenson. Jalen Coker. That's a Jalen Coker one for me. Little Bear on YouTube, good morning. Evans, a wide receiver spot. Wilson, my flex. I have Keenan Allen, Jacoby Myers, Darren Waller, or Higgins. Thank you for all of the help, of course. I'm assuming that's T. Higgins. If that's Jaden Higgins, he's absolutely out of the picture. Darren Waller's for sure out of the picture as well. I think that's the right play. I think am I out of focus a little bit? There we go. That's better. Nope, we're still out of focus. What is happening, man? What is happening? Sorry. What is going on? There we go. Okay. I think that's how I would roll out with it as well. Maybe T over Michael Wilson. More I think about it, but Evans for sure in the receiver spot. If it is T. Higgins, play T. Higgins over Michael Wilson. That's how I see this. Chavius quarter, $10 super chat. Much appreciated. Appreciate you, my boy. That goes a long way. Full PPR, 1 flex, 1 running back. Michael Carter, Jalen Warren, Malik Washington, Kendrick Bourne with Ricky Pearsall out, and kick return yards count. Ooh, okay. I think for sure we're playing Michael Carter in the running back spot, in the flex between Jaylen Warren, Kendrick Bourne. I think because kick return yards count, that does make it a little more intriguing for Mr. Bourne. But he doesn't really return kicks. What am I thinking that he was? Maybe it's Malik Washington that does. Yes, it's Malik Washington. That's who I'm thinking of. I think I'm going to go Michael Carter, Malik Washington because of the kick return. Defense since San Francisco, Cincinnati, Vikings defense. Help me. I got you. That one, I am going to go Vikings defense. And then Lamar or Kirk. 1 point for every 10 yards and a touchdown pass is 7 points. Lamar. Still going to go Lamar. JB State, again, thank you for the $10 super chat. Much, much appreciated. It means more than you know. Much, much appreciated. Ryan DeRuiter. Tyler Shuck or Lamar. Still got to roll Lamar. Wandale or Emeka Egbuka in full PPR. As it ranks right now for me, Jalen Waddle is my wide receiver 16. Emeka Egbuka is my wide receiver. Where is he in my rankings? There he is, my wide receiver 32. I'm still going to roll Waddle. Picks on YouTube, ETN or Hampton. And for wide receivers, Ted McMillan, Mike Evans, and London. Pick 2. Thanks. Sorry for all the questioning. I'm just okay. Also, Ferguson or Schultz. Dalton Schultz for sure over Jake Ferguson. Now, pick 2 receivers, going Evans and London. And your running back, go ETN. Let's see here. No Life Noli on YouTube. Need upside. Judkins, Michael Carter, Tyrone Tracy. I think it's Tyrone Tracy. If you need upside, it's Tyrone Tracy. Michael Carter is also in the running here. It's not going to surprise me one bit if we see a 50-50 with him and Amari DeMarcado. I know Jonathan Gannon has come out and said that like he's going to be the guy, but I really want nothing to do with that. So Ben SOS pick 2, DK Sutton, Pickens in full PPR in defense, Saints defense, or the Jaguars defense. I am going to go for defense. I'm going to go with the Saints defense. Receivers, I'm going to go Sutton and Pickens. I know Pickens hasn't been doing well. I'm just going to say this. Anyone that says that that Pickens is dip in performance lately is because he's getting lazy, doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay. They're not watching the game. They're either not watching the game back or they're not watching the game in the first place. Okay. The Detroit game, 9 targets, still great. Yes, you did hope for maybe a better game when CD went out. I think people are trying to make it a bigger thing than it really is. Minnesota definitely played a little more towards Pickens' side of the field. Sorry, I hit the mic. I'm expecting Pickens to bounce back. Go Mike Evans or whatever the trying to find that there. There it is. Sutton and Pickens. That's where we're going. X2X, please, bro. I need this. Joe Burrow, Baker, or Dart. Go Joe Burrow. Breece Hall, Rico Dowdle, or Maureen Hampton. Pick 2. My rankings this week. Breece Hall, running back 22. Rico Dowdle is my running back 21. And Maureen Hampton is my running back 23. With Quinnen Williams out, I'm willing to bump Amari Hampton above Breece Hall. So I'm going to go Rico Dowdle and Amari Hampton. Noah on YouTube, Cortland Sutton or Travion Henderson for my flex. I'm going to roll with Cortland Sutton on that one. Joe on Facebook, happy holidays. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everybody. I should have let off with that. That's literally this week. Hope you did all of your shopping. Hope you got all your shopping done. Quinshon Judkins or Hampton and PPR. I'm going to go Hampton on that one. Judkins is purely a matchup thing. I really got no faith. It's borderline benchable for Quinshon Judkins at this point. There's nothing to rely on. There's nothing that you can bank on and rely on with Cleveland's offense at this point. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, then definitely going to go with Joe Burrow on that one. Spades on YouTube, Khalil Shakir, Keenan Allen, and PPR. Also Hunter Henry, Tyler Warren, or Harold Fannin. I think I'm still going to roll out Harold Fannin on that one. Ceiling's a bit lower this week, going up against the number one fantasy defense against tight ends, but Hunter Henry against Baltimore don't feel great about, and Tyler Warren with Phillip Rivers don't feel great about. So I'm going to go Fannin on that one. And for your receiver, I think you still got to go with Khalil Shakir. Keenan Allen is just such a rotation play that we're asking for a lot with the limited time that he gets. So Joe, thank you. Of course, happy to help. I need as many points as I can get. Spades, probably Khalil Shakir, and then Harold Fannin as well. Arav Kumar on YouTube. How's it going? Great. How are you doing? Tyler Moore, Brenton Strange, Darren Waller, love your crew. Much appreciated. This week, I don't feel great for Tyler Warren. Just going to be honest. I think we're holding on to a lot of hope here. But the fact that he still was getting like kind of the same amount of targets does kind of give me hope that they want to keep him involved at least. Jacksonville, I can't get a pulse on at this point. I think the more I'm realizing it and the more that I watch it back, the Jacoby Myers acquisition and how they are utilizing Jacoby Myers is hurting Brenton Strange. Darren Waller, it's Quinn Ewers. I'm going to go Tyler Warren on that one. The score on YouTube, Baker or Jackson Dart this week. Oh, where did my rankings go? This week, Baker is my quarterback 14. Jackson Dart is my quarterback 17. That's quarterback 17 ranking is more so just trying to communicate the downside for Dart this week, that he could get absolutely lost this week, but the rushing upside could give him a floor. I just like the fact that Baker has a fully healthy receiver room. Offensive line is really spotty right now. If you want the rushing upside, go with Dart. But I think I would take Baker even with that in mind. PS3 family, Michael Carter versus Estime, Jackson Dart versus Brissett. I need a ceiling. You need a ceiling, go with Jacoby Brissett. And if you need a ceiling between Michael Carter and Audric Estime, probably go Michael Carter. Yeah. Say Tyler Warren, Juwan Johnson, or Mark Andrews. Between the three of them, I kind of like Juwan Johnson. There is no Devon Vele this week. And with the backfield like it is, with Estime and Evan Hull, here's the question. You're going to get the same amount of volume between Juwan Johnson and Tyler Warren, most likely. Does Mark Andrews score? I think we're going to take the chance for Mark Andrews to score at this point. J-Mo or Aaron Jones at the flex for Deckers. We're going to go with J-Mo for sure. Brissett or Baker, go with Jacoby Brissett. Brissett or Dart, go Jacoby Brissett. We got that one already. JC on YouTube, Michael Wilson, Juwan Jennings, Zay Flowers, or Rico Dowdle in the flex. This week, Juwan Jennings is my wide receiver 14. Michael Wilson, my wide receiver 17. Zay Flowers, my wide receiver 18. I think we're going to go Juwan Jennings. With no Ricky Pearsall, I'm going to ride the hot hand there with Mr. Jennings. Nick on YouTube, good to see you. Good morning, buddy. We rank these: Stroud versus Vegas, Trevor Lawrence versus Denver, or at Denver, your homeboy, JJ, let's go. Niner at the Giants. I've had a rough start with Myers and Jacobs, so I need to hit. If you need to hit, I think it's Stroud. I think it's Stroud if you need to hit. Can't decide between Brock Purdy and Justin Herbert from Keenan over on YouTube. No worries. I can decide for you. That's a Brock Purdy one. That's a Brock Purdy one. Saints defense or Broncos defense? I think I'm still going to lean Bronco. I mean, implied totals at this point. Let me look this up. Implied team totals this week. The Jets are projected for 16.5 points. The Jaguars are projected for 21.5. It feels silly to not go Denver, but I think I'm just going to take I'm going to take the Saints defense on the fact that the Jets are a bottom 3 offense and they might be the worst. The Raiders will probably take the cake, and then it is like neck and neck with the Browns and the Jets at that point. So anyone you think, wow, this this looks so ominous. Anyone you think is going to have the highest ceilings with matchups and all, with Parkinson and Myers getting close to no points, I need to go off this week. Like any chance I put Coker in for Wilson? No, I'm still going to put Wilson. Well, Michael Wilson. Yes, Michael Wilson over Jalen Coker. Jeff on Facebook, which 2 would you put in your roster for today? T. Higgins, George Pickens, Judkins, or Olave? Pickens is hitting my lineup for sure. And it comes down to Higgins. It comes down to T. Higgins and Chris Olave. And I think, if I had to choose, Martians are pointing the laser at the earth. I'm going to go Chris Olave. So Jeff, again, just recap, Pickens and Olave would be the answer for that one. C-Dog, start 2, bench 1, Mike Evans, Drake London, Marvin Harrison. We're starting Drake London. We're starting Mike Evans, benching Marv. Martin, Dak, or Brissett. I said this one at the top, so I will explain it again. Dak feels like the smarter play, because that's essentially, these are bets on offense, right? Brissett has been making money off of garbage time stuff. And when I say garbage time, like, it's just because because they're chasing points. I feel like Dak is the right play just because it's a bet on the offense. But Brissett has yet to really lead us astray. If I had to choose, I think I'm still playing Dak. Arav, out of all the tight ends I've said, which would you choose? Oh yeah, Mark Andrews. Pick 2, Henderson, Dowdle, or Ted McMillan, Drake, or Josh. Full PPR, need high ceiling because you played Puka. That is brutal. Ceiling, if you need ceiling, it's Travion and it's Drake. That's the ceiling. Not guaranteed to hit the ceiling, but that's the ceiling in that situation. Need upside estimate over Godwin or too cute. Go estimate. Upside, that's estimate. Godwin is so hit or miss. And a hit isn't even a hit. You know what I mean? I go estimate. Lucky number 6 in PPR going against McBride and CMC. 1 receiver, 1 flex. Evans, Pickens, Michael Wilson, Chase Brown, Travion Henderson. Ooh. It comes down to these three. It comes down to Evans, Pickens, and Chase Brown. In full PPR, I mean, Chase Brown has still been getting receiving work, but now with T. Higgins out, I think I go Evans and Pickens. But yeah, I still need Dowdle or McMillan for the flex. That's right. If it's Tet, that's the only McMillan. I kind of lean Rico. Yep. All right. P. Crow Armstrong is him. Correct. Troy Franklin, Jacoby Myers. Go Jacoby Myers. Avery, Estimate, Theo Johnson, Alec Pearson, Jalen Coker. Pick one. Probably Aldrich Estimate. If you don't feel comfortable with that one, go Jalen Coker. Phantom, choose three. Rico Dowdle, Quinshon Judkins, Henderson, Marks, Harvey, Hampton. Choosing three. We're going to go Henderson. We're going to go Harvey. And then the last one is between Rico and Hampton. I think I still go Rico. So in order for you, for me, it goes Trevian. 1, 2 can be, won't have any gripes if you have it the other way. But Henderson and Harvey are 1 and 2 in any order that you want. Followed by Rico, Hampton, Judkins, Marks. That's the order for me. Elijah, full PPR, Ladd, Michael Wilson, MJ, or Wandale in the flex. Thank you. I think I still lean Michael Wilson than Wandale. Just because of the floor. That's the only reason why. It's a brutal combo for sure. I'm still hesitant about Pickens against the Chargers. Yes, Dallas's offense hasn't been like... I think this is the best way to say it. Dallas's offense, yes, despite losing to Minnesota last week, still put up 26 on a Brian Flores defense. Could have been 32 if Brandon Aubrey hit his field goals. I'm still confident in that Dallas offense. Trey over on X, Kenny Gainwell or Cortland Sutton in the flex? Great question. That is a Cortland Sutton one for me. DK or Esme returning his points. Probably DK then. GG over on YouTube, Jefferson or Tyrone Tracy. Well, here we are. It's gotten to this point. You're going to have to go Tyrone Tracy. Don't feel good about Andrews, Johnson, or Tyler Warren. Also, this is all PPR. Go RJ Harvey. How do I say this? Between Mark Andrews, Juwan Johnson, Tyler Warren, there are no good options. That's just the reality that we have with those three. Andrews gives you the best chance to put up points because he'll probably find the end zone. Baseball shirts. Morning, Ty. Good morning. PPR, do you like QJ, Shakir, Pittman, or Estimate? Pick two. Oof. I don't like them. How do I pick 0? If I had to choose 2, it's probably Estimate and Shakir. Caleb, AD Mitchell, Audric Estimate, around a Gatson or Waller in the flex. AD Mitchell. AD Mitchell. Trey's morning, brother. Let's hop into that ship. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Full PPR start to Judkins, Hampton, Tracy, Aaron Jones, and Michael Carter. Thanks and best of luck to everyone. See, that's the kind of positivity that we like to see. For sure, Michael Carter is out. For sure, Judkins is out. Between Hampton, Aaron Jones, and between Hampton, Tyrone Tracy, Aaron Jones. Tyrone Tracy, I have started to come around on. So it is between Aaron Jones and Amari Hampton. I think the way that I explained it before, because I had explained Rico, Brees, and Amari Hampton, and I had Rico, Hampton, and then Brees. Aaron Jones was kind of in that mix of 4. So between Rico Dowdle, Aaron Jones, and Brees Hall. Rico Dowdle, Aaron Jones, Brees Hall, Amari Hampton. I go Rico, Aaron Jones, Amari Hampton, then Brees Hall. So I'm going to go Aaron Jones, and I'm going to go Tyrone Tracy on that one. Baseball Stars played against Jacobs and Parkinson. I already have an 80% chance to win the punch. Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Good early afternoon. Ooh, switch it. Well, if you're on the East Coast, yes, good early afternoon. Yes. Michael Wilson, Cortland Sutton. That's a Cortland Sutton one for me. Cody over on YouTube, half PPR and super flex. Got Juwan Jennings in the spot, but do I put Geno in there? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Geno might put up like -4 points. That is a downside. Juwan Jennings could at least give you like 5. It's wild to say that, but Geno could absolutely wreck your week this week. Mikey, good morning, buddy. Wandale, Jacoby Myers, Khalil Shakir, Quentin Johnson. I started Jacobs and you need help. Jacoby Myers, and Wandale for me. I got you. Herbert or Dart? Go Herbert. Go with Herbert. Going against that Dallas defense, man. Half point tight end premium, need to flex 2 out of Hampton, Brees Hall, Coker, and a Gadsden. Probably going to be the running backs. It's probably going to be the running backs. Eagles fan. Tet, Marv, Michael Wilson, Evans, choose one. Mike Evans, Tyler Warren, or Kyle Pitts. Have to play Kyle Pitts. Derrick Henry, Travion, between the two of them. Derrick Henry on that one. Henry currently, I should stop saying currently, but Henry's my running back 11 this week. Travion's my running back 16. Herbert's been awful, so I'm afraid the problem for Herbert has been offensive line. Against Dallas, though, with no Quinn Williams, kind of takes a hit. It's still okay. It's still decent, but maybe Herbert has just a little bit of a better matchup this week. Cameron on YouTube, I can't decide Bucky Irving or Michael Wilson in my flex. Bucky worries me because it is kind of a 3-man backfield, but majority of the work, because it's early down work, goes to Bucky. But Michael Wilson scares me, just even having Marvin Harrison back in the lineup, even on a limited basis. So if I had to choose between the two of them, I think I'm still going to go Bucky Irving. But I'm still going to go Bucky Irving on that one. Herbert, Brissett, or Dak. I think I go Dak, Jacoby, then Herbert. Wandale, Hampton, or it's tough. Yes, good, but it's still Wandale. Michael Wilson or Travion Henderson. I think that one is to Travion. That's a Travion one for me, I think. Travion, running back 16. Wilson's my running back 17. Yeah. One final question, lucky number 6. For half PPR going against Puka, Bijan, and James Cook. Oof. One flex, Henderson, Evans, or Jefferson. Probably Evans. Upside might be a premium. Currently have Henderson in there. I feel like Evans and Travion probably have similar upside. It'll look different, obviously. I kind of lean Evans. Oh, if it's half PPR, No, go Evans. Go Evans. Jeremy Heyman would wonder which two I should start between Sutton, Tet, and Dowdle. I go with Sutton and go with Dowdle on that one. In full PPR for sure. Adam, my Husker fan on Facebook, RJ Harvey, T. Higgins. You got a format for me? Let's see here. Woody Marks, Aaron Jones, Michael Carter, Kenny Gainwell. My leaning is that Woody Marks is out. Aaron Jones has a good enough matchup. I'm gonna go Aaron Jones, Kenny Gainwell, Woody Marks in that order. Appreciate the insight. Always helpful to have another good opinions, of course. Yes, this is exactly right. You don't need to take everything that I say as gospel and like follow it to a T. If you want to, that's your decision to make. I'm simply sharing the insights that I have, the data that I look at and use to make my decisions and trying to explain my thought process. You don't have to like my opinion. If you think I'm wrong, that's A-okay. You can definitely go the way that you're going. That's what fantasy football really is all about. It's perspective. It's about opinion, and it's about which way you think a game will play out. That's all that it is. Myers against Surtain, still Myers. I'm not expecting Pat Surtain to shadow Jacoby Myers. I think Surtain outside versus outside matchup is Brian Thomas Jr. Jacoby Myers, yes, has been playing wide a bit more ever since going to Jacksonville. So it's not a slot merchant kind of thing here. I do think Myers will draw Surtain at some point. But I do think it is more so. I mean, let's look at this with Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain, okay, over the last couple weeks, it's kind of split half and half. Week 13, though, he played 51 snaps on the right side, 28 on the left side. Obviously, it depends on how the offense lines up. But I don't think it's a shadow Jacoby Myers game, if that makes sense. If you want to, Hayden Winks over at Underdog Fantasy put it probably the best way I could ever put it. You're not going to put Riley Moss against Brian Thomas Jr. Riley Moss can at least try to survive a bit better or have a better chance of survival against Jacoby Myers than he does against Brian Thomas Jr. Pick 3 PPR, Tet McMillan, Wandale, Jordan Addison, Diggs, Mike Evans, and Jacoby Myers. Picking 3, Evans, Myers, and Wandale. Caleb on YouTube, Bo Nix or Tyler Shuck, Ayapuka, so higher floor is best. Bo Nix. Still go Bo Nix. Wait, so Aaron Jones over Michael Carter. Also, if you see my messages, I'm trying to help people out. Much appreciated. Real quick, to the combined over 100 of you tuning in right now. Much appreciated. Much love to all of you guys. If you're not following us, if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Really, really easy way to show your support for us, that you appreciate the advice and all the videos that we put out for you guys. Much appreciated in advance. So Little Bear, thank you for your help, because this has been a pleasant surprise to have this many people, but that means many, many, many more questions than expected. So thank you. Yes, Aaron Jones over Michael Carter. Soggy Waffles on YouTube, Justin Herbert, Jacoby Brissett. Go with Jacoby Brissett on that one. Esme or DK, returning points on DK for sure. Yes, Nate. Yes, yes. Mike Evans or Michael Wilson? Mike Evans. Just Judkins, Ladd, or Diggs in full PPR. Thank you. Of course. Go with Ladd McConkey on that one. T. Higgins or Michael Wilson? I feel like this is the crux of this week. Now that T. Higgins is active, what are we doing with T. Higgins, right? And with Michael Wilson, knowing that we have Marvin Harrison back in the lineup, albeit limited, likely, but still back in the lineup, I'm gonna go T. Higgins. I'm gonna go T. Higgins. Planet Rez on YouTube, Michael Wilson, Ted McMillan, Rico Dowdle, Mike Evans, RJ Harvey, 1 point PPR. Who we going with? Out of if we're choosing just one, I think I go Mike Evans. RJ Harvey's intriguing because on the chance that he gets some receiving work this week, but I think I'm going to go Mike Evans on that one because it is full PPR. Mike Evans on that one. Adam, Harvey or T. Higgins. In PPR, go T. Higgins. Go T. Higgins. Shine up on YouTube, Ted McMillan or Michael Carter. Probably Michael Carter. Ted's a worry for me. I think I'm gonna roll out with Ted on that one. I don't feel great. Just don't feel great about either. James on Facebook, Harvey, Ladd, or Genty, or this new kid, Jordan. No, it's what's Jordan Jawar Jordan. That's his name. Jawar Jordan is his name on Houston. Harvey on over Ladd on that one. Bogus on YouTube. Advice, please. Really quick. $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you very, very much for that. Appreciate you, my boy. Full point PPR between one receiver, one tight end, one flex. Jefferson, Godwin, Evans, Pitts, Kittle, Puka, gimme boost. So low risk picks are fine. Love that. Love having Puka at that point. Your receiver for sure is Evans. Your tight end is Kittle. Now in your flex, we're choosing between Jefferson, Godwin, and Pitts. Jefferson. Thank you again for the super chat. Bogus, by the way. Thank you again for that. Much appreciated. Keenan on YouTube can't decide for my flex. Woody Marks, Ladd McConkey, Wandale Robinson in half PPR. It's essentially a bet to score out of the three because, again, I don't think Woody Marks plays in this one. I could be proven wrong. I'm not a doctor, but just vibes are off with Woody Marks. That's all that I'm saying. I'm going to go Ladd McConkey on that one to essentially score. What's up, fellas? Got a good one. Michael Wilson, Cortland Sutton, London, ETN, Rico choose 2. I need big games. That's Sutton and that's London in my book. Logan, no PPR in our standard. Flex, Harvey or Hampton and tight end between Kelsey and Schultz. Excuse me. Tight end. Travis Kelce with Gardner Minshew, no Rashee Rice. I'm still going to go with Travis Kelce. Harvey or Hampton in the flex, RJ Harvey. Lou the Steel, good morning. Brissett or Burrow and Kincaid or Henry. Between the tight ends, Kincaid, my running back, or my tight end 26. Henry is my tight end 18. So I lean Kincaid. Brissett or Burrow, still going to go with Burrow on that one. Ben on YouTube can't decide my tight end. Should I start Darren Waller or Juwan Johnson? Does Ewers help or hurt Waller? Probably hurt, honestly. I'm going to go Juwan Johnson on that one. Yeah, I really don't want to explain that one. And it's not because I don't have an answer. I really just don't really want to explain it more. So I'm not going to. All right. Judkins, Harvey, Hampton, Vidal, Woody Marks, Michael Carter, Kareem Hunt, picking 3. Harvey, Hampton, Judkins, probably. If you don't like Judkins because of Cleveland's offense, your choice is Michael Carter then. Forgot to ask, PPR, Ted McMillan, Jacoby Myers, go. Jacoby Myers, Bo Nix or Jacoby Brissett, then Harvey or Henderson. And how about that Bears game? Green Bay should be ashamed of themselves. I'm just going to say this, okay? Yes, this is going to be a direct shot at Matt LaFleur, at Brian Gutekunst, and that whole front office. If you invested in the wide receiver position, you wouldn't have to rely on Savion Williams on your hands team. What a wild concept that is. Maybe invest in the position, get yourself some hands and some good route running. I'm just saying. Maybe that was supposed to be Romeo Doubs. I don't care if it's Romeo Doubs. I don't care if it's Christian Watson. I don't care if it's Jaden Reed. You need somebody with reliable enough hands to go get that ball in a last-minute situation. So guess what? It's not Green Bay. It's Romeo Doubs. But it was Savion Williams that was then. Get yourself a receiver. Stop trying to be cheap. Just go get yourself a receiver that you can rely on in crunch time. Special teams, offense. Go get you one. Okay? That play last night should put to bed any kind of theory that Matt LaFleur has that he doesn't need a wide receiver one. We've known this for 3 years now. Go get you one. And you thought you maybe got one with Matthew Golden, but for whatever reason, he doesn't get on the field. Sorry, tangent over. It's a team that I could care less about. But it infuriates me as someone who looks through fantasy football, who analyzes fantasy football, who analyzes the NFL in general because of all the NFL draft stuff and all that. And all that analyzing helps make the fantasy predictions in the draft guide that comes out in the summer. Get yourself a wide receiver one. It's really not that hard. It's really now you can have the discussion that when does the actual wide receiver one come around? Well, I don't know. If you're so willing, if you're willing to, yes, Michael Parsons was worth the price that you paid. So if you're going to pull the trigger on that, I'm going to be honest. I could care less what I'm going to play Madden here for a second. If A.J. Brown wants out of Philly, you best pay whatever Philly wants for A.J. Brown. If A.J. Brown was to go onto the Green Bay Packers team, that is a Super Bowl favorite team. Over the Bills, over the Chiefs, over the Rams, over the Seahawks. I'm not kidding. It's mind-boggling. Okay. Rant over. So I not gonna lie, I don't think I actually answered that question. So let me go back to that question here. Full PBR got a good one. Yay. I feel like I answered this one already. This is the Sutton and London one. Anyway, Sam, back to your question. Sorry, my tangent is over. You should feel really, really, really good, though, about that win because that was one heck of a game. And I'm not going to lie. Caleb is really coming around. He's really coming around. Bo Nix or Jacoby Brissett, then Harvey or Henderson. Between the running backs, I don't mind either. My leaning is Travion. RJ Harvey, though, feels like the safer play. And when I say safer, just the more confident. I have more confidence in RJ Harvey because I know what I can get in. Between Bo Nix and Jacoby Brissett, go with Jacoby Brissett. Lou the Seal, as a Packers fan, I don't think we have any more money to pay a hypothetical A.J. Brown, that's the correct counter argument. I don't know if there's enough money left. Because I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say this. You would have some money if your front office decided to not spend, what was it, $64 million on Aaron Banks. And I know that's not the actual number then on the books, but that could have helped. If you didn't have money on, I'm just trying to think of some other players. Xavier McKinney. Okay, I'm just going to say that one. Just because you get interceptions doesn't actually mean that you're playing the position well. Maybe you just find yourself in the right spot at the right time. And when you have, what's his name? The guy from USC that kind of plays the nickel spot for them. He's put him in the back. Make him the safety. Make Evan Williams the safety. Just maybe. What do I know? I'm just some 20-something-year-old. But it is what it is. Keep spamming and get banned. Why don't you? Yeah. I mean, for those of you that really want to keep spamming, I definitely could. Let's see. Expected to play? Not expected to play. Correct. Expected to be inactive. Correct. Woody Marks expected to be inactive. I was right. Eddie on Facebook, need to Stevenson, estimate Jalen Warren, Jordan Mason, Tony Pollard. Between all of those running backs, the two that you're playing, probably Audric Estime and Jalen Warren, because they are just the most guaranteed to get touches. Tony Pollard is probably in that discussion then too. Like, here's how I see this. Estime, Warren, and Pollard are in the tier above Jordan Mason and Ramondre Stevenson. So probably Estime and probably Jalen Warren. I don't feel great about those though. I forgot about Nate Hobbs. You get my point. Romeo House has butterfinger hands and Musgrave has grass legs. Oh man, what a time to be alive. $2 super chat from Arav. Much appreciated, my boy. Much appreciated. Kicker this week, Cam Little, Will Reichert, Chris Boswell, Michael Badgley with the weather. Badgley's indoors. Boswell is in Detroit, inside as well. Reichert in Jersey against the Giants. Cam Little. I've always associated kickers with just good offenses that can move the ball up and down the field. I'm going to go Chris Boswell, honestly. Salvador, yes, London is confirmed to play. Evans and Bullard, thank you. Javon Bullard, there's his name. Should get paid soon. So what is Nate Hobbs, Aaron Banks, Xavier McKinney. What are we doing here, Gunnar Kuntz? What are we doing? Whatever, man. I'm a 20-something-year-old, whatever. Fabrizio, respect. Much appreciated. Bo Nix for MVP. Sit one for Chase Brown, Bucky, Wilson, London, and Hendo. Michael Wilson is my sit out of those. What's up, brother? Pick 3, Michael Wilson, Juwan Jennings, Mike Evans, and Emeka Egbuka. Full PPR. Best of luck. Best of luck to you too, sir. Picking 3, Mike Evans, Juwan Jennings, and Michael Wilson. That's the 3 that I'm riding with. Nico or JMO this week? JMO, for sure. Let's see here. 11:45. Let's give it a couple more minutes. Okay. Judkins or Wilson? Michael Wilson in half PPR. Michael Wilson, man. Judkins projections went up, but I don't know if I can trust him. I cannot. That offense is terrible. I would go Michael Wilson on that one. Amari and Hampton, Chase Brown, RJ Harvey, Judkins, then one more. Waddle, Michael Wilson, Olave, and full PPR. Choosing one, I'm assuming. I'm going to go Chase Brown over. I would order it this way. Chase Brown, RJ Harvey, Hampton, Judkins at the running back spot. For your receivers, going Olave, Wilson, and Waddle. I like McKinney because he's a leader and he's still solid, but the other bad contracts should go. That is out of the big contracts that you could that you probably didn't need to spend. McKinney is like the one that makes the most sense to have spent, if you get what I'm saying. Shouldn't you want the Packers to not be good there in your division? True. So yes, that was very much just football cap on. As a Vikings fan, I loved what I watched last night. Unfortunate, it was the Bears that profited off of that, but there was nothing better. That made my heart happy. Not Frost on YouTube. Pickens, Bucky, Hampton in the flex spot. We're going with Pickens on that one. Wait, man, I'm going Brissett over Burrow. I believe the Arizona game will be a shootout, a lot more risk for Burrow. I can't blame you necessarily. I just look at implied totals for these teams this week, and Arizona is projected for, what is it? Arizona is projected, where did they go? 23 points. And Cincinnati is projected for 25.5. So I I get it, but I think I would still go Burrow. But I get it. You have every right to make that decision. So, Izzy, $2 super chat. Thank you for the super chat. If you have a question, go ahead and just put it in the chat, because I would hope that was just a typo and that was just you didn't mean to hit send. But thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Cheater Pablo, Tet or Higgins? Go with Higgins on that one. Lucius, sit 1.5 PPR. Hampton, Aaron Jones, Judkins. Sit Judkins. Yes, Brissett. CJ, Lamar, or Purdy? Purdy is my quarterback 5. Lamar is my quarterback 7. This is very fair. That's very, very fair. RJ Harvey or T-Mac? Go RJ Harvey there, Jay. It's Jaden. English is hard sometimes on my book, in my eyes. Caleb, Dak, or May in 6-point touchdowns. Drake May on that one. Eric Ortiz, Javonte, Japanese Williams. Javonte Williams or Mark Hampton. I'm going to go Javonte. Hate the typos. Jay is cool. Hey, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. T-Man, Olave, Hampton, or Higgins in half PPR. I'm going to go Chris Olave on that one. Eddie, for the last question, then we will wrap it up. Unless some of you really want to get a question less in, now's the time to get it in. Tony Pollard or Kamani Vidal? I'm going to go Kamani Vidal just on the chance that there's points scored in that game. Is Woody Marks playing, or go with Jawar Jordan? Woody Marks is not playing. Caden, Mike Evans, and Mike Ibuka, T. Higgins, or DK Metcalf starting 2. T. Higgins and Mike Evans is who I am starting. Henry or Dalton Schultz? Go with Dalton Schultz. Lou, I got you, my guy. And Darian, last question here. Jacoby Brissett or Josh Allen? We go with Jacoby Brissett. There we go. CJ, Sutton, or Diggs? Oh, Sutton for sure. There we go. Izzy. There we go. There's a question going for the 3-peat. Let's go. Need to Andrews, Gadsden or Waller. Yeah, I messed up earlier. It's all good. Andrews is for sure there. And then here's how I have this. Okay. Waller is my honestly, it's a coin flip. I'm probably going Waller over Gadsden. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Waller over Gadsden. So Andrews and Waller, that's your wait, forgot to ask Herbert or Dak. Go with Dak Prescott on that one. Bilbert, all I'm going to say is I hope Gibbs, HN, and London do absolutely nothing this game. My hopes are very low. Oh, no. Some of us need them to go off. Some of us need them to have a game. Sorry. Sorry. Some of us just need them to have a game. See what I mean? Yes. So, last one here. Jay, am already down 70 against JSM, Barkley, and Stafford. Myers let me down. So we need Joe Burrow or Jacoby Brissett. I like Joe Burrow. And a flex out of Breece Hall, Wandale, or Michael Carter. I think you got to flex Wandale on that one. Thanks for all your help going for 2 back-to-backs. Let's go. Hey, week 16, we are in fantasy playoffs semifinals now. So it's all or nothing. I tweeted this out right at the beginning. This is the most important week. Besides the championship week, this is the most important week. So best of luck to all of you. Let's get into the ship, and we will repeat. Go for whatever the prize is. Hey, and maybe we just need to avoid the punishment. So if some of this advice helps you avoid the punishment, that is a W in my eyes as well. So I'm going to turn you all loose. Okay. We got 10 minutes until kickoff. Make those changes in lineups. Go get set for week 16. And get ready to go watch Jahmyr Gibbs, Devon Achane, and Drake London go nuts this week. Alrighty, y'all. Hope everyone Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a very, 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 very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to each and every one of you and yours. I hope you find some time to rest and enjoy either whoever you're spending time with. Maybe you're spending time alone. Whatever it may be. I hope this Christmas is an enjoyable one for you all. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for all the subs, for the follows. You guys are the absolute best. So, nothing but gratitude for all of you. So, with that being said, we'll turn you loose. Best of luck in week 16. We'll see you in the near future where there's content. One more super chat from Don. Half PPR Jawar. 80 Mitchell, Genty, estimate real quick. I got you. Let's go with 80 Mitchell. We're gonna go 80 Mitchell. I don't like Ashton Genty. Sorry, 80 Mitchell on that one. Don, thank you for the super chat. Alrighty. Stay safe, stay healthy, everybody. We'll see you in the near future in the next video that we post here, shorts, anywhere that you follow us. So we'll see you then. Deuces.